Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. I don't remember exactly how many days ago I said this, but we were talking about the reports that RFK Jr. was going to be dropping out of the race, and I was speaking mostly hypothetically, and I was thinking, RFK Jr. might even get on the campaign trail with Donald Trump. They might do campaign ads together. I suggested that, but for the most part, I wasn't sure it would go that far. I wasn't sure that RFK Jr. was ready and willing to go beyond. I didn't want to get too excited, and I guess mentally I was prepared for an endorsement, and then simply moving on with the news cycle. But I did suggest that maybe it would go a little bit beyond that, and maybe RFK Jr. was going to plan on getting involved with Trump to form a political coalition taking on the deep state. And now, of course, that was 4 or 5 days ago, and now if we fast forward to present day, well, I guess I really didn't go far enough, like not even close. This whole RFK x Trump thing is going way beyond just a single rally, or the two men simply shaking hands behind a podium. It goes frickin' deep, folks. RFK Jr. has a whole plan of attack. The Trump campaign and the RFK Jr. campaign officially merged together, forming a sort of anti-deep state Voltron. The beast is about to be unleashed, and it's way more intense than you might think it is. It goes well beyond RFK Jr.'s battleground state plan. Let me show you guys the announcement. Let's have a conversation about it. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. Alright folks, so yesterday we covered RFK's announcement, and it was certainly a doozy. He's staying in the race in Democrat states, I guess in an effort to hurt Democrats possibly down ballot, while simultaneously pulling his name off in the most important battleground states. I mean, that's certainly a nefarious plan if you're viewing it from the perspective of your average leftoid. And to be honest, that plan alone, I was perfectly okay with accepting that. Okay, that's good enough, RFK. Fantastic job. But nope, he's taking it to a whole other level. Trump's War Room on X posted a clip from News Nation with the caption that writes, "Polls show RFK Jr. voters are breaking towards President Trump," says Trump campaign senior advisor Tim Murtaugh. In a state like Pennsylvania, where it could come well down to the tens of thousands of votes, a half point or 3/4 of a point, that may well make the difference. Then RFK Jr. quote tweets it and says, "This is only the beginning. Wait till you see the next additions to President Trump's unity government. Hashtag Unite America. Hashtag Make America Healthy Again." I guess we've only seen the tip of the iceberg, folks. Listen to this.
Wall Street Journal has this. They say it's a double-edged sword, essentially, that it may help President Trump to pick up some of your followers if they're willing to go over there. But they warn about what you would do in his administration. They say this: RFK Jr., if he's anywhere near the healthcare or environmental agencies in a Trump administration, look out. Mr. Trump's best response is to thank RFK Jr. for his support, make no promises about the future, and by all means avoid joint campaign appearances. You've already had one. Will you have others? Will you campaign for President Trump?
Yeah, I'm going to be campaigning actively. I think President Trump is going to make a series of announcements about other Democrats who are joining his campaign, and I want to make America healthy again, and so does President Trump. So those are objectives. The Wall Street Journal may be worried about shareholder value for pharmaceutical companies, and I think, I talked specifically to President Trump about that issue, and he said that he wanted to leave as his legacy healthy children, and that, that he was unconcerned about the other implications.
All right.
I'd really love to know what's on your mind. Maybe you can write it in the comment section, but I'll tell you exactly what popped up in my head. We're so back, baby. This is huge. In fact, this is historic. This has never happened before. Really, a 3-candidate election with the independent candidate polling at historic numbers, especially in the early days, and also said candidate being an ex-Democrat from a legacy Democrat family, that person pulling out of the race and joining forces with the Republican candidate. It's totally wild. Well beyond our expectations. Like I said in the intro, it's not just an endorsement. It's a straight up joining of forces. And the mandate, does it get any better than that? And both of those candidates saying, screw the big pharma money. We want our legacy to be healthy children. It's just incredible. The Democrats talk a big game, blah, 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 the kids, all the time. But they're in the pocket. The kids, Democrats always say. Like I said previously, I'll never accept a lecture on that issue from any Democrat after what they did to the kids in that 2-year period throughout 2020 to 2022. I'll never forgive of them, and any rhetoric suggesting they have the kids' best interests at heart instantly gets dismissed. These guys, however, they're freaking doing it, and they're doing it in the most genuine fashion. This is arguably one of the most grassroots political campaigns in American history, rivaling some of the more historic ones. This ticket is saying, screw the corporate dollars, screw the big donors and the big lobbyists. We want to do what's right. I'm almost at a loss of words, honestly. Generally, I really don't have a hard time expressing myself and getting my ideas out there, but with this whole RFK Jr. thing, I'm kind of speechless. I don't know the most effective combination of words to really describe what I'm feeling on the inside. It's just so incredibly based. And apparently, according to RFK Jr., it's just the beginning. He announces that many other Democrats now plan on joining in.
Campaigning actively, I think President Trump is going to make a series of announcements about other Democrats who are joining his campaign.
I'm sure Tulsi Gabbard's going to be one of them, although I guess she's less of a Democrat these days. She did actually leave the party, but apparently it's just the start and we've got big headlines to cover moving forward. And boy, is that bad news for Democrats. This RFK Jr. connection now really hurts one of their talking points. Actually, I'll just play this clip before I get into the details.
But there seemed to be a clear strategy on the part of the Democrats to try to appeal to the Republicans. And of course, Donald Trump has absolutely solid support in the Republican base. But there are a lot of Republicans uneasy with him as the nominee again, and they seem to be going right at them.
Well, in every election, John, you have some members of one party endorsing a candidate of the other party. That's a very traditional aspect of American politics. I mean, look at what just happened this week. The Democratic Party under Kamala Harris has gone so far to the left that you actually had a Kennedy endorse a Republican. That's pretty remarkable that the Democratic Party has become so radical under Kamala Harris that a member of the Kennedy family has come out to endorse a Republican.
I don't know if Bobby Kennedy Jr. at this point is that representative of the Kennedy family. But
you know, these Democrat shills have worked so hard to craft this notion that people are leaving the Republican Party to side with Democrats in this election. Oh, and by the way, we have an insider photo showing us exactly who these Republicans are. Yeah, it's literally just Adam Kinzinger. But anyways, they've worked so hard to craft this narrative, but it's like one dude, maybe two, and all of them are not genuine. Meanwhile, on the other side, we've got RFK Jr. and other Democrats not just endorsing Trump, but actively campaigning with him now to get him elected in an effort to stop the deep state. You know, as per usual, we got it, they fake it. Trump has an actual grassroots movement. Meanwhile, the Democrats have an army of paid social media influencers. Donald Trump's got people leaving the Democrat Party to join forces with him, and Democrats have Adam Kinzinger. It's just not the same. We are not the same. And every day makes that more and more obvious now, doesn't it? I don't know what else to say in this video, so I guess I'll simply wrap it up by saying things are about to get interesting now, aren't they? This election used to be a three-way race, and now it's 2 versus 1. I don't know about you guys, but I like those odds. Anyways, that's pretty much what I got for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.